Everyone, thanks for watching today. Today's topic is in crazy times. It's the time for you to become a leader. Not a leader in being in real estate, not a leader in the aspect of leading other realtors, a leader in being uh, that expert in real estate for the people that are not in real estate, to potential buyers, sellers, current buyers, and current sellers, just everybody, the public that is not involved in real estate. And I'm gonna really specify today is it there is some crazy times in real estate going on right now that is more along the lines of publicity, uncertainty in the public's eyes of commissions and value of realtors and what we do and how much we charge. And we've seen this in the news in different lawsuits across the country. So I want to give you some things to think about becoming a leader and an advocate because you are a realtor. So you should be a leader and an advocate for what we do. And I want to give you some talking points. And I have been in some of my videos recently. And because it's the holidays, you're going to be talking to family and seeing friends and being around people that are not other realtors, or you see other realtors that just don't know what's happening out there. But some things to think about and things to say is number one, the great thing about being in real estate is that we are such a needed uh, industry or profession for the betterment of our whole country. I've said this many of times, and I'm sorry, I'm going to repeat myself the next some more videos between now and the beginning of the year, is that if anybody or you or anybody questions the value of realtors, say 95% of people use a realtor when selling their house. Show and give people, showing that you're a leader and an advocate, make sure you have information ready to tell them, anybody that questions the value of a realtor, when you just have to throw out one statistic that 95% of people use us when they don't need to. They choose to. Everybody could buy a house themselves or sell a house themselves. Everybody knew we are in a do-it-yourself type of world. People want to do things themselves. Everybody wants to save money. People want to invest in real estate themselves. They want to be fixer-uppers. People want to cut out the middleman in so many things. People want to go on Amazon and buy all their stuff and cut out the retailer and go right to the wholesaler. We are in the most do-it-yourself society that we've ever have been, and people trying to get cheaper things or do it faster, do it themselves, but they still don't. Especially when it's easy to do. Any seller could throw up a sign and get a purchase agreement from a title company or go online like they do. They don't even find Google, what are all the forms I need to sell my house? Boom. You're going to find a website, Rocket Lawyer or any website, $20. You could have all the forms in the processes to sell your house. Why don't they? Because our value, knowing that we will market their home and get them a higher price, knowing that we will do all of that hard work for them, and they don't have to worry about it. 3, the negotiations between them and the other, between them and the buyer, them and the buyer's agent. That's just a couple things. So in the nicest snooty way, I want to tell anybody out there that in a time of crisis, in a time of crazy world or market with interest rates and sellers markets, this is the time that people, buyers and sellers, need realtors even more than ever before. Is need that expert, that leader, and that's what they're looking for. So when things are happening to anybody in an industry, in a society, in the military. They look for a leader, someone that's calm, collective, experienced, has a plan of action without waver, without being certain of what their vision and their goal is, whatever situation is a leader. And that is you in real estate today. So no matter if this is just someone that you come across the street, you're just waiting on the street corner across the street, and you have a conversation with them for 30 seconds. Hi, how are you? What are you doing? Or you have a name badge. This happens a lot of agents have realtor name badges, like, oh, you're a realtor. Just walking around the streets of a city and striking up a 2-minute conversation. You be ready to show them you're a leader and an advocate of being in real estate and the value that we give, and have this information ready at all times, because excuse me, because you never know where business is going to come. So many times agents get business just from being at a restaurant, and the server overhears a conversation. Someone behind you in a booth overhears what you're saying. If you are sitting there complaining about real estate, or complaining about your buyers or sellers, or putting down our industry, and you're in it, what is that even? That just the people overhearing that. How many times have you told a story to someone else about something you saw or heard at a restaurant because the people next to you or what? So just the things that you were saying, you don't understand the consequences, good or bad, that could have on just one other person that's overhearing your conversation. So I could go on and on, but think of, again, going into the holidays, running into people, talking to people. Be a leader, be an advocate, be a positive force in our industry, because that's what people are looking for. That's what they are. They show it to us every time someone puts their house on the market, every time a buyer calls an agent to represent them, which is 95% of the people. There's nothing else that our country agrees at 95%. There's not a product, there's not going to the doctor. 95% of our country, there's more than 5% that don't believe in doctors. There's more than 5% of our population that probably believes the earth's flat. So that's how certain. But one of the reasons why I feel there's uncertainty in the public's eyes, because they don't use us all of the time. They only move 5 to 7 or 7 to 10 years, 5 to 7 years, it varies, around 7 years. So when they only use something once every 7 years, between those two times, they have no idea if they need a realtor. They don't really know the value of a realtor. The only time they know the value of a realtor, between the times that they use a realtor, is what they perceive and hear from realtors, from their family and friends that are realtors, so they read in the paper or in the news. But I just want to make sure us as a community of realtors are leaders and advocates. So hopefully that made some sense. But if you need some talking points, some statistics, some things to say, or just a pep talk about what we are, I'm not blowing smoke here, I promise you. 20% of our nation's economy is about residential real estate sales. If all of a sudden we as realtors were out of business, all of a sudden something happened to all the realtors out there, our economy would crash. That's my 100% opinion. Am I an economist? No. Am I CNN calling me for my opinion? No. Do I have a crystal ball about the future? No. But I have 30 years of real estate experience. I've seen markets crash because of real estate in 2008. And it would be just such a mess of an economy if what 20% of our economy was based on just flipped upside down. So that's how important we are. So remember that. And not just how many houses you sell. If you just sell one house a year, you're important to those people. And they say on average, every house sold brings $40,000 of money into that area. The house, the agents, the mortgage company, the title company, the restaurants, the Home Depots of the area, the contractors, the landscapers, whatever. Overall, every house sold, an average $40,000 gets pumped into the economy in that area, and all the different, little bit here, little bit there. So you made a difference to not just the buyers and sellers, to other people, because you were part of that sale. So think about that. And I'll leave it at that. So have a great day. Thanks for watching, and hope to see many of you very soon. Bye-bye.